The tourism industry has also took a big knock since the start of the COVID-19 lockdown. Well, domestic tourism may reopen in the next 2 months, and the country is likely to welcome international visitors back early next year. Well, let's discuss all of this now with the Deputy Tourism Minister, Fish Mahlalela. Deputy Minister, good morning. Thank you very much for your time. Can we start first by understanding what's informing this optimism and plan to get tourism going again, both locally and internationally, from the next 2 months to early next year?
No, thanks very much. Then what we are working on, we're working on the basis of the readjusted strategy. Of which the readjusted strategy indicates that if you are able to reduce the spread in the next coming 2 to 3 months, government will then have to readjust the strategy and move downwards in terms of the levels, of which level 1 becomes the level in which domestic tourism, in particular, that is leisure tourism, will be able to open. And therefore, what we are saying is that we're optimistic that if we work together as South Africa in reducing the spread in the next coming 2 to 3 months, we will be able, therefore, to move towards a downwards level.
So there's no set, Deputy Minister, there's no set date, therefore, for instance, end September for local tourism to start. It's dependent on how the virus will be behaving between now and then.
Yes. There is not definite date or month in which the level 1 will be achieved. It will depend on how the extent to which we are able to manage the virus.
Okay, so just to make sure I understand you clearly, Deputy Minister, you are saying that you'll only open or resume local tourism under level 1.
Yes, that's what the risk-adjusted strategy indicates. That was published somewhere in May. That the tourism as a sector will be able to fully function around when we are in level 1.
So come September, if we're not in level 1, the status quo will maintain. What about international travel? Do you hope that the early next year things might have changed so that we can have international visitors on our shores?
Yeah, that's what we are hoping to. That's what we hope and wish it should happen. But as I'm saying, it is always determined by the extent to which we are able to curb the spread of the virus. Because if the virus we're not able to reduce, there is nobody that will be willing to come to South Africa even if we open the borders tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's all dependent on the spike, and we're hearing from scientists that we're heading to a peak of this virus by September. So you're going to be monitoring, yes. Your department will be monitoring the situation and working with the sector to get them ready in case things improve.
Definitely, that's what we're doing. We've got a team that we've put in place which is working on the recovery strategy, so that as soon as we reach that level where the sector is supposed to begin to operate, we'll be ready to then roll out both firstly, start with the domestic tourism, and then move to regional tourism and then international tourism. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Fish Mahlalela. The plan is very clear. The tourism sector will resume locally and globally as soon as the country gets to level 1. That is, as soon as the levels of infection of coronavirus begin to drop to that stage.